What up? What up? Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Vince and your blurred friends out here for the weekend. Go ahead and we freaking. We ain't even talking about peeking. Everybody, you know we in. That's what we do around this bit. And if you talking all that shit, you finna get around. I don't really get the fuck about everybody want to come and stop me, cause I really just want to come and get the shit up my chest like, oh, everybody, let's go ahead and get. All right. Sorry, sorry. I tried. I used to have it, but I ain't got it no more. What's poppin', everybody? Sorry. It's good to see each and every last one of y'all. Did y'all know that one of the most popular, most critically acclaimed, most popular Star Wars shows just debuted? Just last night. Actually, it wasn't last night. It was like 20 seconds, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So that happened. We have to talk about that. And somebody was getting on my back about watching some movie called Sinners. Did he see it? Did he not? I don't know. Red team go. He's in the bushes. We're going to talk about that as well. And we may or may not have had one final chat with the homie Jeremy Isaiah Earl. And we may be willing to share that with you if you want to hang around for a little bit. I mean, here may be a sneak peek. But you gotta stick around if you want to see more. Don't go nowhere now. But since we did have, I almost forgot. Last of Us. You said Last of Us too. That happened too. And the thing happened. So let's talk about that. But before we get into the dope show Andor, before we get into what happened with Last of Us, before we get into our interview with Officer Cole North from the Daredevil Born Again series, let's talk about whether or not we actually saw Sinners. Let's do that. So let's go ahead and kick it off, everybody. Appreciate each and every last one of y'all for pulling up. This is the New Blurred Order. Let's do it.
The New Blurred Order is one of my favorite places to visit. I hope you'll join us next time. The New Blurred Order is one of my favorite places to visit. I hope you'll join us next time.
Just in case you didn't hear it the first time, there it was twice. So what's happening, each and every last one of y'all? Shout out to the comment section. Shout out to everybody who's listening on iHeart, on Spotify, Pandora, and all them good things. Shout out. We see you in the comments. What's going on, Harmony? What's up, Linda L? What's up, Lorena? Da Freak L? What's up, Lisa T? Oh, wasn't it? All right, so you just gonna call me out. They're like, okay, you see what she's doing. She's so in Discord. I don't like all that. Shout out to the homies who pulled up today. We got the homie none other than Yaz. What's going on, Yazzie? Yazzie in the building. And we also, of course, have none other than Bad Ty. What's going on, Bad Tizzle? Hey, what? Ty? He went Ty. Oh, damn, Ty done left and went somewhere. I think he'd have restarted his computer or something. It don't matter. It's all good. Well, and we also have a special guest this morning, of which we have yet to see. Somebody I'd like to introduce y'all to. You may see more of them every now and then if I can convince them to pull up. And that is none other than the one and only Mrs. New Blurred Order. Hey, what's going on? It's Kim, my wife, that I married. Anyway, what's going on? What's up, Yaz? See, everybody don't got to get married on 420 like you, Yaz. Nah, that's what's up, man. And of course, we get
to pick. So I just got lucky, you know.
Yeah. Nah, hey, and then I still got some of the parting gifts resounding somewhere in my brain. So that's all good, man. Yo, it's good to be here with y'all. I hope y'all had a good weekend, a week, and whatnot. But go ahead. I think that this is the question of the afternoon of the week. So I guess, do you want to know? Did we or did we not see Sinners? Did we? Yeah! We saw Sinners! We went, all right, so let me tell y'all the whole thing. So we went to this bougie ass theater that she liked to go to The ones where they sit you in the in the seats that lean all the way back, but they try to take your order at the same time, which can backfire because let's keep it real, they not always quiet when they taking your order. And there was a lady who was sitting there like, so what was that, ma'am? Nachos? Okay, was it Supreme?
I'm like, shut the hell up.
I'm sitting like she wasn't as bad as the last time I went to go see, I think Venom or something, which was a mistake. And while I was there, like the dude literally had no couth. He was like, yo, so you know that the fry is gonna take like 20 minutes. So when he came to me, I was like, he's like, what can I get for you? I was like, okay, you want the chips and dip? You know what I'm saying? I can't get him to just like be quiet. So anyway, we sat and watched it back row. You know what I'm saying? It felt at one of them theaters that feel like IMAX. And I want to get Mrs. Kim. I want to know what you thought about it. All right, hey, be real now. You know what I'm saying? Tell her what you told me now.
Well, overall, I do think it was a masterpiece. I do. I think that it had a wonderful blend of horror, drama, comedy. The cinematography was beautiful. The music was perfect. I really enjoyed myself. I felt like I was immersed in the 1930s, which I love to feel just immersed in a film. So overall, it was great.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is that it?
Yeah. What else did I say that you're talking about?
I can say it.
Which part? Like, what do you mean? Like what?
All right, it's okay. I can say it. I ain't gonna talk.
You talking about the Asian thing?
No, not that part. No. He says, I'm like, maybe didn't live up to the hype,
Oh, okay, yes. Did I leave there feeling like, oh my gosh, Wakanda forever? I love it. Thinking about it for like days afterwards, and like having dreams and waking up and like, you know what I mean? I didn't feel like that, but it still was a very good movie.
Team.
Question. Did you guys see it in IMAX?
Well, we go to the theaters where like it's hard to tell the difference between IMAX. It's so big.
I don't think so though.
That's what she said. And I don't think it would have made a big difference if we had went to the IMAX. So I don't know what you're trying to say right now.
Well, the reason that I'm saying did you see it in IMAX is because according to Ryan Coogler, that is the best way to watch this film because it was shot in 70-inch something. I don't know all the terminology. If anybody in the chat does, whatever he said, something like 70-inch something, and that supposedly had never been done before. So he's saying to get the full experience, you have to see it in IMAX. So
well, I mean, I hear you, but Quentin Tarantino said the same thing about Hateful Eight or whatever that is, because he shot it in like with
it was
long camera or whatever. It was like, all right, well, but let's keep it real, Ty. You saw the shit on Fire Stick. Like, was it that much much work?
Listen. First of all, Quentin Tarantino is not a black man. So we are here to support all things black in America. And so Ryan Coogler, if Ryan Coogler says the best experiences in IMAX, the best experiences in IMAX. All right. All right.
Fair enough. All right. Okay. So a few things that we can talk about because I know we've already, and let me highlight the chat right quick because I feel like some of them going off. All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. What do you say, Morale? When you went to go see it, did you go after last? Yeah, I saw it after I was pressured and I was basically told to walk the plank if I don't see the movie. You goddamn right, man. I had some business to take care of, which caused for me to not be able to see it as soon as I would have liked. Which what's the phrase? Contrary to popular belief, I've done with Spider-Man movies. So
why? Because of Tom Holland?
With the bullshit, huh?
Why? Because the Tom Holland's the only
No,
lead.
I may have wanted to see it on a Thursday, and I may have had to work or go perform or travel, and I may have had to wait. Sometimes even I'll say, look, I'm gonna wait and see this with my kids. You know what I'm saying? And then that doesn't pan out. I was supposed to see it with my daughter, and I'm glad I didn't, because I'm one of them awkward dads. You know what I'm saying? Where like the sex scene comes on, you're like, oh. I'm like, don't look.
Yes.
23. Yep. It's just like, yeah, but I know, but don't look. You know, this is not for kids. Kids, I'm a grown ass woman. So yeah, but a few things I took away that I feel like y'all didn't tell. Oh, what's the other comment? Okay. What? Oh, somebody asked her something. Okay, thank you, Kim. All right, yes. Oh, we got somebody else in the. It wasn't that dope column.
Well, I didn't say it wasn't that dope. I just said it didn't give me.
She just wasn't moved when she left. She didn't feel the vibrations that she did when she went and saw Black Panther. It wasn't the same feelings. You know what I'm saying?
Is that the standard? Like you have to leave with a burning sensation in your soul.
What I thought with the way everyone was going on about it. You know, that I thought I was going to leave.
The hype did get. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, what an amazing piece! I can't stop thinking about.
I got that feeling.
There are definitely things to talk about and they're interesting about it, but
yeah, we have to talk about the fact that y'all ain't all right. Can we go ahead and do a spoiler? All right, and by the way, I gotta come up with a better graphic. I gotta come up. Y'all already talked about it last week, so I gotta come up.
It's been 2 weeks.
I know it's a little. My bad. Hey, don't come here laughing. Yeah, you go, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's gonna come here laughing. I work hard tail on this shit. Yes. And I did see it. We did speak about it. I did get a chance to see it. And here's what I took away from it that y'all didn't tell me about. Why y'all ain't want to tell me about the river dance, bro? That was one of the dopest parts of the movie. Are you doing all the little river dance shit, bro? Everybody river dancing and shit. That shit was funny. You're so lucky I didn't have time to download the music for it, because that shit had me dying laughing. The nigga was out there. He was doing the river dance shit. I was like, yes. That's what I need in my life. River dancing. Like I didn't know I needed it. So I was like, yes. And that was dope. I was a little upset because you know how much I try to avoid spoilers. So one of the reasons I had to run out and rush this one to run with me to see the movie was because I could not avoid the spoilers anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go to Instagram, then people are basically, you scroll down and you'll see, why did the vampire at the end? Or how come just lived? It's like, whoa, slow down, baby. Let me go see this shit. And one of the spoilers came from our own Instagram story. So I was like, I'm gonna watch my own story and get spoiled. And that spoil was the one that spoke about the ethnicity, the ethnicity of Haley, what's the name's character, which I thought was hella dope. So I liked that. I liked the notion of vampires being a cult and not just a bunch of people that are trying to take over the world. Like they was literally like, oh man, it's all about us and love and unity, man. You know what I mean, man? It's just, just want to be unified, man, with eternal life and stuff, man. You just want to like eat people and just live forever, man. Like it's just a cool thing with all of us, And I was like, yo, I like that angle. All right, so let me ask y'all the part that I think some folks are saying but are getting criticized for. Do you think that some people are justified in saying that it did start a little slow?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it did start slow.
Yeah, because we had to get backstory on Sammy and then to get him to his cousins. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it did start a little slow.
You thought a little slow?
Yeah, but it was great. It needed to be that slow, in my opinion.
Yeah, the storytelling was good.
The last part, yeah.
Oh, okay. So I mean, it was definitely a lot of character building, which is good. And I saw one post that said, yeah, you have to do it like that, because if you don't, then you won't have any feelings for the characters when things happen to them. So I understand that part. I thought some of the stuff that was masterful was the inclusion of an image that I had yet to really put into my mind. Ty, kind of lingers. What?
Because there was a trope in this regarding if you realize
the button. You're talking about the button.
There was a trope in like pleasing women in this, and making sure that they're satisfied. Don't you remember?
What the fuck?
Hey, yo, I love how Kim gave you the pat on the back when she said that. She was like, not a problem that you have, babe. You know, but I love the fact that they was talking about this on camera.
Come on, think about it. That whole scene regarding him. What's the name of the player, the guitar player, the banjo?
Sammy. Yeah.
Yes, there had to be a reason. I think every scene had a reason for it, and I think him being in there with that woman and talking, she was like, I need to freshen up. And he's like, I just want to, do that for you. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Kim did perk up. She did perk up a little bit in that scene. She was like, She like, I got the dirt of the day on me. It's stank. Like, oh, beautiful. I want to taste it. She's like,
no, I just thought it was so interesting because it seemed a little out of place. I'm wondering why he placed that there to showcase.
There was a lot of male kind of oral.
Well, I mean, isn't this kind of a coming of age story? Like, really, if you think about it, like, because Sammy grew up in the church. Sammy has always been the good kid, and they showed the duality from him being the church choir, all in one, and also knowing the scripture. Like when his dad asked him to read scripture, at one point he just walks away from the book, like, I got this, Dad. This is what I do. But now let me go do the other thing that I do. And it was dirty. Yo, but not, yeah, exactly.
Man, I've been walking all day. I ain't been washing it. I ain't washed up.
Yo,
let me go to the bathroom right quick, bro. Let me go to the bathroom right quick.
No, that's not what he wanted. That's not what he wanted. He was like, listen,
the flavor of the day.
No, listen, he wanted to know, at good or bad, what he was getting himself into. So he was like, you know what? Let's get into it. You see what I'm saying? Because she's like, no, I haven't. He's like, it's okay, baby. I want you in your rawest. You see what I'm saying? Like, I want you in your most natural. That was a moment.
Is that how
it was a moment? It was a fucking moment for us women. That was a moment. That was like, okay, shit.
Yeah, let's put me as I am. Like,
exactly. Listen, okay, that was a touching moment because us, we always got to be all like beautiful and out here and smelling good and all the things for y'all men and shit. He's like, no, woman, I want you dripping, all of it.
Apparently, that wasn't a thing in the 1930s. They was like, come in,
it wasn't a thing in the 1980s.
Look. It's like, yo, I've been working all day long. He's like, yeah, just how I like it, baby, all day long. I want that all day sweat on you. But it was like, look, because Smoke did the same thing. Smoke pulled up in that hot ass cabin with no AC. She had been in there all day putting potions together and working with the community. And he walked in. He said, I miss you, right? And she was like, you know what you can do if you miss me. I mean, look, from the time Sammy comes on screen until he gets down with Stat and Smoke, they're talking about how old he was when the last time they seen him. You was just a little kid, and you still a kid, and you know what I mean. Like, and when he meets Haley's what was her Mary? When he meets Mary, she's like, what you doing, boy? Or who are you, boy? Or something like that.
Yeah.
A little bit when she did that, but I get it. But like everybody, what's his name? Slim. When Slim met him, boy, what you know about the blues? You ain't old enough to know enough. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's talking about this young man like he's still a kid. This is him coming out of that. Like he probably was a virgin. That probably was his first moment. His cousins is like looking at him like you on the cusp of being a man. If you ever get with a woman, this is something you need to do. This is something. Yo, you ever lick ice cream? Well, when you lick the ice cream, you make sure you take your time with it because you don't want it to all go. It was this. That's something your uncle would do. Even though these were his cousins, this was like uncle time, right? Like, yo, look, young buck. There's gonna be some women there's gonna be some women at this party, right? And you know, you might be dancing with one and things get hot and heated. Well, there's a little thing you need to know when it comes that time. There's this button. And if you press it just right, then boy, you'll take it to the promised land. You know what I'm saying? And that was what it was, man. And I loved it. I loved that whole dialogue between him and Stack when it came to that.
I want to shout out my homegirl Mimi Simpson, who has a joke who says every woman is crazy. Every woman is crazy by definition, but every woman also has a button that will make her not crazy. The only problem is that button is 8 inches deep.
Line. Anyway.
Shout out to Mimi Simpson, yo. I still rock with you, homie. I hope the baby's doing well. I saw another question. Somebody asked, okay, Morale says finish the review. I'll get to that. And then let's ask Kim if she thought the guitar bringing vampires was corny, because you did. That's a good question. What'd you think about the vampires being like awoken or whatever by the whole guitar bit?
I'm fine with that. If I have to suspend belief for a lot of these things, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I like that. Really. What's up, Yazzie?
I was gonna say before we move on about the same thing. Also, remember she was a married woman at that time. The woman that he was.
Oh yeah, cheating asshole.
You see,
Perlene. Talking about Perlene?
Yes, Miss Perlene was a married woman at that time. So you have to also understand too, with Sammy being the young buck, he had some things to prove to Miss Perlene to make sure that, you know, she understood that, like, you may have the man at home, but this man right here gonna take it home. You know what I'm saying? So, like, had to handle that business. You see what I mean?
think about that poor soldier off at war that think his woman at home being faithful.
I mean, was it like that?
I mean, did she say he was off at wartime?
I don't remember her saying he was that. I think he was like, do you got a husband or with your husband? She was like, he'll be fine. Like, I don't think like these husbands back then, I was really questioning that too. I was like, no husband showed up the next morning at the spot. Like, where's my wife? Like my wife didn't come home last night. You know what I'm saying? All night long. You know, like, and nobody came looking for them. Nobody. You know, nobody pulled up later and was like, yeah, what, you know. And I was just kind of curious what was going on in the relationships back then, where your wife just leaves at night and doesn't come home and you're okay with it. Like, I
could swear that she said her man was at war, was in the military and was away for war, but I mean, I can't confirm because I've only seen it once. I think Ty, you saw it a couple times. Bit off more. Yes, Bill Chill. That is a quote that was in there. So man, thanks for bringing that up. What's up, baby?
I want to know their reviews, like what they thought.
Oh, they gave them last week, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? I didn't listen. I mean, I listened. I couldn't because they was gonna spoil it. You know what I'm saying?
Basically, he was muted. I had to make sure that he knew when we were done with stuff. He was in the
she had to be in the chat like, yeah, all right, we done. I didn't want to get it spoiled. So we'll have to go back and watch that. But let me tell you a few things that stood out to me that I don't know if I necessarily have seen people speaking on. Good morning, Serenity. Always good to see you. It's something that's fascinating for whatever reason, guys, and I feel like really ignorant having this be the case. But I never really truly envisioned the intersectionality of slave work and freemen all within the same scope. So it was significant to me when I forget what's the character Delroy Window was playing. Slim. When they drove through the chain gang and he was like, hold your head. You know what I'm saying? The fact that they drove through the cotton fields and were freemen amongst slaves, I mean, they went and got old boy from the slave. He's like, hey, this is my wife. They were picking cotton.
They were working.
You know
they were sharecropping.
Up to them. You know what I mean? And I was like, for some reason, my dumb, ignorant ass was sitting there thinking, like, in the period of slavery, we were slaves and that was it. You know, yeah, there were a few of us that were successful, but they were outliers. And this movie put me on to the notion that, yes, there were freemen integrated with the slaves and they communicated. You know what I'm saying? And how difficult can that be to see what's up, say what's up to your homeboy who drives away for free, but you can't because you ain't got your papers. You know what I'm saying?
I think those people were in jail. I don't think they were like, I think.
Well, no, I'm not talking about them. I'm not talking about the chain gang. I'm talking about old boy that was in 8 Mile. The dude, the big tall dude who had his wife with him. Remember?
No, I think they were free though. I think they were just working for, you see what I'm saying? Like because they weren't.
They weren't free. No. You're talking, if you're talking about what was the big dude's name and his wife when they were picking cotton, they were free. But what Vince is talking about is the actual chain gang. Yeah, oh well, no. They were what was Big Man's name? What was Big Man's name? Anybody remember? It started with
didn't they say that?
Cornbread. So yeah, Cornbread and his wife were sharecroppers. They were sharecroppers. They did because remember, Cornbread just hopped in the whip. If they weren't free, he wasn't hopping in no whip.
They were sharecroppers.
But the chain gang was the chain gang. They had a guy on a horse with a shotgun who let off a shot. Who let off that shot after Slim said that. But this movie, one of the things about this movie, right, is it did such a good job of selling that illusion of freedom. Because at one point, when the dude came up and said, "This ain't no what do you say? This ain't no juke joint. This is a killing floor." What and then you see the next morning that the Klan was coming to literally kill them and take back what they sold them to. So yeah, you can look good and pull up in your car for a day or so, but that shit ain't nothing sustainable here in the dirty South. Like there was this even down to when people were dying and stuff like that, talking about they free now and everything like that. There was an illusion of freedom when you see the blacks mingling with the whites and all of that in this and still what is much a segregated city and town. But as soon as you come up and you start trying to elevate yourself to the same standard as the whites by owning something or doing something like that they weren't agree with, then you would get killed. And that's what they showed at the end of the movie. Like they came to kill him. It just didn't work out the way that it was.
Yo, shout out to Morale, bro. You real feisty this morning, man. What's going on? He's like, man, shut up, man. Let the fight. Let this thing. All right. Well, with regard to our review, I guess. So I loved the period piece aspect of it. I loved the special effects that won't get any attention because they're so common now. The very first thing that Smoke does is pass a cigarette to his twin, and not damn one of them niggas was really there. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that he passed a cigarette to himself was phenomenal, and the smoke, it was seamless. Like it really felt like he had a twin. Like damn well MBJ ain't got no goddamn twin. So for him to just the very first thing they show him and he just like that, I was like, okay, I'm on board. And then I like the fact that they had the vampires have to ask to be invited in as a part.
I did like that.
That was so fucking brilliant. Like the fact that they figured it out and was like, why you can't bring your big ass in here? You've been in here all day. Like you've been walking in and out. All of a sudden, man, come on, that ain't polite. You know what I'm saying? I loved that. And again, I told you I love the cultish aspect of them having to finally to like be, we want to be loved, man. It's just we just want to make you live forever. I loved all of that. You know what I'm saying? There's another thing that I don't know if y'all talked about this last week, but one of the brilliance things that Ryan Coogler did in this was there was a moment in which he kind of froze and integrated time periods. It was when he first started using the guitar, right? Yeah. He starts using the guitar, and then next thing you know, you see a dude doing a hip-hop dance at the same time that you see them doing the old dance. Then you see a dude doing like jazz and blues. And essentially what I took away from that was Ryan Coogler is communicating to us the historical elements of the blues and the roots of which they seek, and how they end up transferring to the future. And that was a moment, a scene that set the movie aside from other directors and writers who would have made it, because it would not have been that important for them to convey that message. Yeah. And it's also one of those things where, like, when you watch it, if you're not of a mindset that wants to read into the message what's being conveyed to you, you'll miss it. Like, I can see somebody being like, what the fuck? Why the fuck is there a hip-hop dude there? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Use that noggin. There's a message being conveyed here. So I love that. There was a lot of other things that was included in this as well. Like the whole inclusion of Haley's character as a mixed breed. Remember when they was like, nah, you can't come in there. She's like, oh, I can't come in. Maria, that's you? Oh, they lived amongst each other. You know what I'm saying? She said my dad was half black and she looks like that. She lives in that world, but she wants to be in this other world. And I ain't gonna lie, that was kind of interesting. But let me fast forward to the end. Love the river dancing. I was gonna, before Kim decided to come on, I actually planned to set up my camera outside and do the river dance. I was gonna do the river dance. I was like, hey, bro, that's my favorite part of the movie. Don't say it. But she was like, don't please don't. So yeah, but then can we, since y'all have already talked about everything, can we go ahead and skip to the end and what it means? All right. So let's talk about the fact that, all right, fast forward, everybody. We've already seen everything happen. They made it seem like Michael B. Jordan, as I believe Stack, because Stack was the one with the Kango, right? Not the one with the fedora.
Stack was Mary's. Stack was Mary's dude. Yeah. Smoke was her Ellie? Was that her name? Ellie?
I can't remember what her name was.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, we kind of got it led to believe that Stack was alive and Smoke went down with the sunlight. And then they held us until we flash forward, and then we see a young Michael B. Jordan still in the 1900s.
1990s. Yeah, he had the Gumby. You can tell that was in the 90s, yo. That was definitely the 90s.
When it comes to some similar, he had the Gucci down to the socks.
He had the rope chain.
The rope chain up there, a little part in the side. I was like, ah! Yeah. And so my mind immediately went to sequel. Did you all think that?
Maybe.
Did you all think sequel?
Immediately, when I saw it, yes.
Yes. I immediately thought sequel. Can they do a sequel? I mean, can we have a Sinners Part 2 set in the 90s? Is that the intent? Was Ryan Coogler opened up a new franchise? Has he literally popped off to the point where he can do whatever the fuck he wants and will follow?
I think that a prequel would be maybe better than a sequel, because there was a lot of like the main vampire. Where did he even come from? How did he, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of questions with that there, you know what I'm saying? And then I don't know. I feel like obviously we got enough story on Sammy, but like, how did Stack and Smoke, you see what I'm saying, like build their empire? That's another, you know what I'm saying? That's another thing that I'm really interested about, because they left to go to Chicago and now they're back. What happened in Chicago? You know what I'm saying? How did they, you know, so there's a lot of things, you know, that were mentioned that weren't played upon, and like we could always go back and, you know, like use that as either a prequel. The sequel, though, I mean, I don't know if there's enough, you see what I'm saying? Because like, unless there was like a vampire we didn't kill because they weren't there specifically that knew that other dude that was river dancing, you know what I'm saying? Like how are they need to be connected in order for that to be avenged. You see what I'm saying? So there's not really much of a connection for a sequel, but the prequel, though, I think definitely we're on to something.
Yo, oh, you agree?
I absolutely agree, and I actually think that even when the Native Americans, I don't know if they're Apache, I don't know what kind of.
Yes,
Yes, someone mentioned in a comment too. It would be so cool to just see how they even became vampire hunters, you know, in that time.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of movies made Native Americans in general, you know, so that would be great.
I didn't even think about that.
I forgot all about it.
One time for Harmony, I'm gonna start that comment. Good shot, yo. One time for not, yo. Come through, Harmony, with the content. Al, I see you. Okay, yo. And you know what else would work? I would watch a show. I don't think Coogler's gonna do a show. I don't think he does shows. And to his credit, he's brought magic back to the movies because movies, frankly, we kind of like, you know, how many episodes in the movie?
Especially original one. Yeah,
especially an original one that you know, because all you see in the comments, oh, make your own movies, make your original characters. Okay. And we'll take 100% of that Rotten Tomatoes for the first few days as well. But wouldn't you be interested to watch a series that illustrates what Smoke and Stack was doing in Chicago? Yeah. Their interactions with Capone, Lucky Luciano, and the Italians and Irish back in that era of the Bugsy Siegels. Wouldn't it be dope to see that? And then they could sprinkle a little bit of vampirism in that bitch too. But I just don't think that Coogler is a series guy. He just feels like a movie guy, and I'm not mad at that. But damn, I would love to see him oversee.
Isn't he about to do the X-Files series?
Yeah, he is. He is.
I mean, so this idea that he's not a series guy, he is about to do that. And I'm with you. I would 100% love to see a prequel that has what they were doing in Chicago, because let's remember, when they came back from Chicago, they came back with a truck full of liquor. So either they stole that, or they bought it, more on the likelihood that they stole it. And then they also came back with a bag full of money, which they were able to come and buy the club with. So somehow, some way, Stack and Smoke got up out of Chicago with a lot more than what they came with. So that story would probably be really dope to see exactly how they got out of Chicago.
Yeah, I would love to see them build on that storyline. Yes, please. Yes, go.
Do you think that it's possible that the twin idea was an afterthought, and they initially, when writing this movie, were thinking, okay, it would be Chadwick is the brother of Jonathan, or Jonathan Majors was supposed to be in it, you know, like, or do you think they really wanted him to play the twin?
That's a good question.
That's a great question.
Well, Coogler said, and this is out of Coogler's mouth, that the twin idea was always the plan. And he also said that Michael was always the actor that he had for playing this part. So they have.
So he just
yeah.
That's why I said that. But
it is true. Jonathan Majors' face does belong in the early 1900s.
Like, with that style of clothing on. Oh my gosh! Yes.
Let me in. Stack. Man, why you can't just come in? Hey, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? It's me, Stack. You know what I'm saying? I can see Jonathan Majors like coming through with
I can see him attacking somebody and eating them too, and then putting his face up like, you know what I'm saying? Like blood dripping, like him looking at you all crazy as fucking shit. And you're like, oh my God, don't do that to me. That, like when they were attacking the Romans, and it was.
All right, cool. A little bit more about this, and then we'll go ahead and move on, and I'll relinquish this one to the wild. I know you, she's sitting there freezing. You should see it. like all the fans are pointing. You know, I was sweating as thinking got there, so I'm sitting there. I got all the fans on me.
Hey, only Morale had a question. Only had him, and to answer that question, it seems as though no, he didn't know, because remember when the guy showed up at the cabin for the woman and the man, they had no idea about what the Indians were talking about. Matter of fact, if you remember correctly, they didn't even necessarily know that they were Indians, because he said, "Ain't no Indians around here. You sure it wasn't a fair-skinned nigger?"
Yeah.
Like that. So they didn't even have no dealings with the Indians. But I did notice that she didn't shoot the Indian off the top. So even the Indians were, they were acceptable in that I guess in that sense, because this was a clan hut. Like that, like dude had a clan hood in the crib. So that leads me to believe that maybe the old man that lived in that area didn't necessarily know about vampires. Nobody really knew about vampires. The only person that really knew about vampires and the fact that they could even exist was Smoke's girl. Smoke's girl is the one who was like, he's dead. Like, yo, there's things that out here that you don't know. Like, she's the only one, and that's because she was dealing with all of the mystic arts anyway, with the hoodoo and whatever else. So
yeah, and also with the Native Americans coming around. Well, first of all, let me shout out this funny ass comment.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say that nigga look like Prohibition. Come on, man. Like, yo, already let me send you the link. I already said Fuego. Yo, what time? But yeah, so I haven't really. Now I think y'all are gonna answer this question one way, but I would be amiss if I didn't ask. Is Stack really dead?
Is Stack dead? No, Smoke is dead.
Yeah.
Oh, Smoke. You mean Smoke, right?
The one that
Turned to a
had the
baby.
Tommy gun in the end.
Yeah,
When he laid and he
That's
reached over.
Smoke. That's Smoke. That's Smoke.
Did we actually see him actually die?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, he burned up with all the vampires.
It's not even the fact that he burned up. The only way he was going to see his wife again and his son again is if he died. And so, like, that whole thing, that whole scene of her showing up, holding the baby, is the testament to him dying. And so then he grabs the baby. He's like, Papa's here. Papa's here now. So that was him dying. He died. That gunshot wound to the gut. Yeah, back then, if you don't have a doctor on thing, you dying from that. A gunshot is killing you.
I mean, the only reason I was saying that is because, I didn't know, because I didn't see, how they'll show the body with the blood around it to signify that they're actually dead. I didn't see that. There was a little bit of a Cold North-esque type of explosion. I didn't see what happened. And there's room for one to come in, rescue, bite, put him, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, there wasn't a definitive, like, death where there's no way you can come back from it. Huh?
It was during daylight. So how would that happen?
There's another point there.
Right. I didn't burst the bubble, but I mean, every vampire that was literally the whole fucking town that was there that night, except for the core, there was like 6 or 7 that was left over, you know what I'm saying, hiding and shit. And then it got down number by number until it was, just one left. I'm just saying everyone died because they became a vampire, or they died by the vampires, or they, the sun came and killed them. So how, if in the instance, I mean, I don't know how a vampire would walk amongst and just come and bite him. They'd have to be covered and still get, like burned and shit. And then you'd have to recover his body. You see what I'm saying? To take it into the sun, because that shit happens quick, as we saw. I mean, it was like minutes, and this motherfucker was like, "Hey y'all, what's going on? Let me out! What y'all doing?"
Well, I'm saying, like, I'm thinking there was some Marvel-esque type of occurrences in this. All right, the post-credit scene. All right, also the passing of Stack, Smoke, whichever one, kind of gives me ancestral plane vibes, right? Mm-hmm. With Black Panther visiting the ancestral plane, being reunited with so on and so forth. So it wouldn't be.
That scene was so funny to me, because he was there and he was just like looking at his daughter and his girl, and then the stupid ass white man was on the floor, had to say something, and he had to return back and like shoot the shit out of him into the clip, and to go back into the ancestral. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to shoot the shit out of him. Yeah, it's just that is true. Jody, baby, I'm trying to have a conversation with my family, right? You know what I'm saying?
So that's like he wasn't fully dead then. You see what I'm saying? Like he was slipping. He was slipping in the ancestral plane. That's when he saw her. And then of course, you know what I'm saying? I'm just throwing that out there. Someone gotta have to say something stupid, and he gotta go back into reality and be like, I ain't dead yet. And let me fuck up this motherfucker before I go out. He took
And look. It was funny when she said, "And put out that cigarette. You don't want no smoke in the. You don't want no smoke on the spirit baby. On my spirit baby. The spirit baby. The spirit baby don't have no lungs, baby. The spirit baby dead. You dead. And the baby is dead. The baby do not smell the smoke, baby. Like she like, look, put that cigarette out. You don't want to get the baby. You don't want the baby to cough.
Oh my God! Not gonna cough. Okay, smoke is harmful. Secondhand smoke can kill. She was thinking about her child. She wasn't thinking about nothing.
Dead.
Okay, it don't matter. She's somewhat alive in the planes. Okay, she don't want to die a second time. Damn.
Oh yeah. I don't want my dead baby to catch emphysema in the afterlife. I don't know if that really is a thing. You know what I'm saying? But it happened. And that shit, like, do you think babies get that hungry? Like she was, you know what I'm saying?
No. Like, that is another thing. Yeah. That felt like they just wanted to show some titty. That felt like they just wanted to show some titty in that moment. I was like, now you know that baby don't need no milk now. Come on now. That baby don't drink no milk.
Stop. Baby do drink milk, bro. Whatever. All the milk. Yeah, bullshit, bro. Because that was, it was definitely milk.
It's the afterlife. They're still alive.
I do want to say, I do have to say that one thing we have got to do is we've got to give Wemmy her flowers.
Yeah.
This 100. Young lady has infiltrated the world of Black nerds through so many different projects. We know her from Loki, right?
Yes,
we know her from
Lovecraft
Country, right? Mm-hmm. There were a couple other shows I can't recall exactly right now, but she has been pulling up, and I have to say, you know, we've all had our little issues with Europeans and Americans and them come and take a job, but I gotta say, Wunmi is one of the exceptions because there was a couple times where I did her slip up a little bit.
It's not easy to do a double.
Yeah,
she was from New Orleans, or was she from
I think
that area?
I think she was supposed to be from from Louisiana or some shit, right? Like that's why she knew about all the spirits and shit. So I applaud her for being able to put that twang on, and boy, you don't know what you really want to do around here. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on through, Wunmi. You know what I'm saying? I see you, and Haley for that matter too. But for Wunmi, it's like it's seamless. It's seamless. So I just want to big her up because I actually want to do like a little. At some point, I might do like a little, little presentation where I can like give her the flowers I believe that she deserves, because I feel like she's being underappreciated right now because she's not getting the lead roles, right? But she is getting the roles. Let's not forget she was a white woman in the Lovecraft Country.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. Now you reminded me of it. Yeah.
Throwback.
Yeah. That was definitely interesting. Right?
That's right. Harmony.
Yeah.
Harmony was back today.
STD. Okay. So yeah, man. I loved it. I will.
One more question. Sorry.
Oh no. Please.
Do you think that this is one of Michael Jordan's possibly best role that he's played?
Hell yeah, hands down.
Really? You say hell yeah, yes?
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie. I've said this multiple times that he be given like non-leading man energy, and he gave me my leading man energy ×2. So he has redeemed himself because I did say he's got them. I'm a redact this, but y'all heard it. I did say he has them scrub-like tendencies where he be like, in the car, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, roll the window down. Hey, girl, you know what I'm saying? But now he's driving. You see what I'm saying? So, like, I'm full on for it. I'm ready to get Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan. The tea is mixing, and I'm loving it. You know what? This needs to continue because the writer and director are right for the actor. And that's what we need. Hands down. Hands down.
What was the comment? You see
the mic closer to me. They couldn't hear me. Or I just talked louder.
You could. Oh, the mic wasn't close enough. You can't. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm so loud. Vince, we got to put the mic closer. Talk like you mad at me.
No. Big time.
Talk like you mad at me. What? Motherfucker. No, she don't talk like that. She don't even talk like that. Man. She from Kingston. You don't know what line. And I think I'm gonna let you. I think I'm gonna let you go ahead because we got to get prepared for the concert.
Okay. What? Mary?
Yeah. You gotta go.
We're gonna see Mary J. Blige tonight, y'all.
Hey,
I was wondering like who was gonna pull up because I was so mad. I was driving and I was like, no, it's right now. Fuck. I was pissed.
What's the best MJB song we should look forward to? For me, it's Real Love. That's my favorite MJB song.
Many. What do you mean? Like she's one of those progeny artists where there's like, I mean, she don't really have a lot of songs that are bad. You know what I'm saying? Like she's like Mary J. She be bringing it. She brings the soul. So y'all better. Oh God, I'm a little jealous because I was pissed as fuck when I drove home yesterday and I saw that it was going on. And I was like, I missed the fucking God. Damn it! I was pretty pissed, but I'm happy if one of us gets to pull up so that I can vicariously live through y'all. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy, take a little video. You know what I'm saying? Just be like, "Yo, Mary's in the back." You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm jelly.
Yo, come on, yes. Yo, look, I want to shout out the chat is en fuego today. It's not the dancery serenity. Let's get it drunk and get it funky in this dancery.
Babe, you gotta wear your boots.
Oh, I gotta wear the boots. Yeah, we gonna go up.
Yeah, we gotta see the outfit. Y'all gotta pull up with a photo of the outfit in the group or something, y'all.
Well, listen, help me exit the wife out. Thank you for your MBO debut after 5 years. It was nice for you to finally pull up and say hello. We're gonna go ahead and release you to the wild.
Okay,
and
bye guys.
breakfast will be
Bye.
Nice.
Thank you.
No breakfast.
Okay, bye. Yes, I'll bring it.
Stop it over here.
The most
Breakfast.
So yeah, that was thank y'all for being nice to the wife, man. I hope to get her to pull up every now and then. She's not as much into all of this stuff, but every now and then, you know what I'm saying, she'll delve into something. So when she does, I hope I can get her to come on here and ask questions, answer questions, so on and so forth. Thank you, Lisa. I will deliver the message. And thank you, Gerard. Thank you, everybody who's being nice and saying kind words, man. I definitely hey, Al, I mean, I don't know how. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? But maybe I do. Stop. So yeah, man. So Sinners was definitely dope. Andor is phenomenal. I'd like to get into it. I guess we can't get too deep into it because it's only the first few episodes. So before we get into what we did learn from Mr. Jeremy Isaiah Earl when we had a chance to speak with him again, let's go ahead and go into Andor because Yaz, I think, is lost, confused. I'm not sure who all watched Andor. We're Star Wars fans over here. At least I am big Star Wars fan, like legit. And so Andor was debuted this week. The season 2 debut, and we have questions. It's fair to say we have questions. Now, I don't think all of us had a chance to watch all 3 episodes. I think Ty only got to see the first one. Yaz, you the same?
I saw all 3, but I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on right now.
Okay. This is why we here. You feel me? To figure this shit out. All right.
I love my Star Wars. Look.
I do too. Hey, okay, hold on. Let's get the rebels. All right, the rebels in this bitch. Ow, the rebels, motherfucker, you rebel scum, bitch. Yeah, you made that shirt. Didn't you make that shirt, yeah?
Yes, I did. It's an
NBO original-ish.
Ish, yes.
Yeah, ish. Okay, cool. So, damn. Okay.
Oh, damn. She said, you hungry? Here's the whole plate.
Okay. Instant.
Vince got like that, y'all. Said, wife,
breakfast.
I love you. Oh, damn. And she brought the sauce. Yo, that's all the love. Yo, Kim.
I'm saucing on you.
And then he got that Louisiana.
Hey, I'm saucing. Thank you, love. So, what is happening on Andor? So, let's get this established. So, last season, it ended with the rebellion getting kicked off, right? Marva said, fuck all that, raise hell, loot every building, let's get this shit done. The Empire ain't shit, and we got to take them out by ourselves. And then they started fighting, and that's kind of how it ended. Then Bix and all and Cassian and all of them kind of had to go into hiding. Are you making an appearance too?
Yeah.
Wow, it is Family Day on the New
Oh,
Blood Order.
The Taylors have pulled up today, y'all. The Taylors are in the house.
That hat doesn't. Yes, that's got the sweat. I performed in that last night. And you can see the white.
Yeah, that is.
Go get
sweat
the Louis. Go get the St. Louis hat. That's not. That one's sweaty.
My
The Taylor's family vacation.
Knocking down the walls in the street. Like, yo, what the hell? So
I want that hat, Dad.
Like, yo, what the fuck? I built this shit with my bare hands, brick by brick. Yeah, hot sauce in the bag swag. That's how we do. Yeah, no, yes, it's Crystal. Duh. What other kind of hot sauce is there?
No, Louisiana, dude. What you mean? What's the other kind? What other kind?
I don't eat that stuff. I will die.
Yeah, you will die if you eat hot sauce?
I can't eat anything spicy. I will literally end up in the hospital.
Wow. You're Puerto Rican.
I know. Yeah, don't fucking remind me.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm Puerto Rican and Jamaican. Don't fucking remind me, Vince. I know my damn heritage. I can't eat none of that shit.
Yo, how do you not eat spicy food? Like, that's like your whole, that's your identity.
The way my insides, they don't like it. And that's like, you know, anger off of like, Inside Out, you know what I'm saying? So my insides will turn into that if I eat anything like hot at all. Like I literally can't do it anymore. Like it's been 10 years since I had coffee. That's how I don't be
coffee.
I'm telling you,
coffee is not spicy as.
Okay, but I'm just saying it's on I have a whole list of things I can't have anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, because like as you get older, you know what I'm saying? Like being Spanish comes with a lot of stomach problems, apparently. So my stuff's all messed up. I can't eat nothing anymore. So, on that aspect, I can smell it, but like literally if I smell it, my stomach will be like, girl, do not put that in your mouth. Do not it'll I cannot have it. So I just watch everyone eat it.
I love hot sauce.
I know, I love it too. It don't like me back.
That's it. I can't eat chicken without hot sauce. I can't eat chicken without Tabasco.
It's
Tabasco. But I eat Tabasco sauce. I'm over here like I don't play games. I used to take shots. I used to take shots of hot sauce while I sat out at the bus stop and waited for the bus because it was cold in the morning. No, I'm dead serious.
Wow, I get it.
Yeah, it would be so cold. I just they'd be like, "What you got?" I'll be like, "Hot sauce." Yep, I did. I carried a little. You remember the little bottles of hot sauce that was like this big?
Yeah.
I carry one in my pocket, and I'll be right at the bus stop. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So we know Ty's ass is on fire all the times because
I've been doing it so long. My system is built for that. Like I love spicy stuff. Like the spicier the better. Like when I go to get something, if there's a chicken sandwich and a spicy chicken sandwich, the spicy chicken sandwich wins every time. Like like I love it. Spicier the better.
Do y'all do Wendy's? Do y'all go to Wendy's?
I can't eat fast food either.
I
get food poisoning.
Are you about to talk about the spicy nuggets?
Yeah.
I rock with the spicy nuggets. 100%,
bro.
100%.
Can't do it.
I need 6 barbecue sauces, 6 honey mustard.
Yeah, see, that's why I eat barbecue honey mustard.
Yeah, I'm with you, fam. I don't know how you dip yours, but I'm up in there with mine.
I'll be like,
That's it. That's it.
Fuck all that, man.
That's
Oh
it.
my God. Yes, I have the babyest stomach. I can't eat none of that shit no more. I can't eat fast
That's
food.
why you like 80 pounds too, though. That's
I mean, I'm not 80 pounds, but I mean, like, yeah, I can't. It's just because, like, yo, I have irritable bowel syndrome and I have non-fatty liver disease. So, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's been going on for over 10 years now. So, like, that's why I can have coffee. I can have simple things. So I just watch everyone enjoy it and vicariously live through your enjoyment. That's why I like when people eat. I'm like, I get excited because I'm like, I get to live vicariously through you. Like, listen, the chiropractor gave me spicy arugula one time, just like fucking around, bro. I was like, what the fuck? Why would you do that to me? And he's like, oh my God, yes. Dude, I swear to God, I texted him later and I was like, dog, my stomach is all fucked up because you made me eat that shit. What the hell were you thinking? Yeah,
That's
I can't
hilarious.
do it.
All right, well, check it out. Let's do this. Let's do this real quick. Hey, I like that one. Irritable black syndrome. Yes, you are definitely irritable, Minnie. Look forward to see you on the 4th, man. We will be at the Orlando Improv, now known as the Funny Bone, on the 4th of May. Just to remind everybody, if you happen to forget, we are at the Orlando Improv. Here's the flyer. Oh, wrong noise. Right now, all right, it may get modified, who knows? But right now, that's what it says. And
hey, yo, tell Serenity, challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. I'm down on 100%. Send me the Addy. I'll pull up. I will pull up. Challenge accepted. We can go live. We could go live on MVO, and I promise you, whatever yo, tell them to bring out the hottest, the most spiciest, the all of that. We could get it in. We could get it in.
Would you, Ty? You would go on hot ones?
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Listen. I'm one of the few people that you know about Zaxby's and how Zaxby's has their sauces, right?
Yeah.
Zaxby's has the hottest sauce, and I think it's called Atomic or something like that. Yo, I can eat Atomic. Like, most people can't even rock with Atomic. They'll get to Atomic and be like, "It's way too hot." I'm like, give me that, man.
Yeah, it might be something wrong with you.
You want to have a hot one challenge on the new blurred order? Is that what you're saying, Serenity? Because I'll be a judge. I'm not gonna be a contestant. That's all I'm fucking saying.
I'm down.
You couldn't do it. You can't even eat.
No, she said she'll be a judge. She said she'll be a judge.
Eat a peppercini, and that shouldn't even hot. Like I can't do it no more. I know I'm pitiful. Just leave me alone. Okay, just leave me alone. Okay.
I got you.
100%. I'm down.
I'll tell you what. Let me do this because I know we spoke about talking about Andor for right now, but if I could be honest, I don't know if everybody's on it yet. I'm looking at the stars. Excuse me. I'm looking at the comments. Sound off in the comments if you're up to par on Andor for the time being. Let's maybe push that back for a little bit. For right now, I want to go ahead and get into something that we were fortunate to be able to do. And I actually have a moment here specifically for my boy Ty. Ty, I want you to take a good look at this. This is a clip from the interview that will be released here soon from our boy Jeremy Isaiah Earl that we had the luxury of being able to speak with briefly earlier this week. And here is some of that interview. And I think Ty, you're gonna like what he has to say here. Let's check it out. You know, you like some of the stuff from like Image Comics and stuff like that. One of the things I think that we share, you know, as unapologetically Black nerds, is that we don't have any issues being into those type of things. Does that still hold true today? Are you still one that looks out? Do you watch Marvel shows and movies? Do you look out for DC? Are you a Star Wars guy? I mean, what are you watching right now with recent movies? Did you see Sinners? Are you what's going on with your interest right now?
I'm going to see Sinners today.
Yes.
I was gonna go yesterday, but I could not get a seat. I'm like, damn, they cooking. Boy, they cooking. You know, so I'm gonna go see it today because I gotta see it IMAX.
Right.
And then on shows, I pretty much kind of scan through a lot of things, but of course, man. But you know what's got me right now?
What?
On Prime, that TV show David. The story of David.
Yo, our boy was talking about that.
And Vanessa, she's in that show, and yeah, she's like Israeli royalty when it comes to acting. Like she's like the Meryl Streep over there, like for real. And she's amazing in it. And I just was like, yo, here it like it's real cool seeing like a show about something like David, where we all, in Christian faith and however your faith believes it or whatever. But I just love the fact that they did it in a way where it's kind of like, I don't know if you've ever seen the show called Vikings. It's like, it's lore, it's done like it's a religion, but it's also, it's not heavy handed on certain things. It's like a show that you can actually watch. And for me, I love it because the story of David is probably I think that's probably the best story for me that's in the Bible is just David's entire story, and it's crazy. So I hope the show kind of goes into it. But yeah, no, that's a good show, man. That's a good show. But yeah, I watch everything, man. But I watch Daredevil every day. Every day.
All right, come on. Flag on the play. You're off the clock, sir. You already got the role. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. We was able to chat with him about that, man, and we thought it was interesting. I, for one, was like, yo, that's that shit Ty was talking about. You know what I'm saying? And I originally was like, yo, the homie Ty is finally vindicated because he's been trying to put us on to this show for a little bit. So I know that made you feel good, man, when the dude basically was like, yeah man, y'all need to check this show out. And I guess that is just that dope, huh?
I mean, I have some good suggestions from time to time. You know what I'm saying? I've been known to come up with some good ones from here and there.
So I'm dying at that shit. Like Austin and I have been watching it, and we're upset that we finally caught up. You know what I'm saying? Because you started posting those memes of that show inside of the group, the Righteous Gemstones, and we started watching it like just on free time, and Austin is fully in love. Like he's a Baby Billy fan. Like
everybody should be. And if you haven't seen it, you need to go and watch it. Baby Billy is a star. He is the funniest dude. Yo, Walter Goggins is back at it. He's like Walter Goggins deserves his flowers, man. That dude has been killing roles recently. He played in Fallout, and like he kills that role. He's Baby Billy on the Righteous Gemstones. Oh my God, this dude, like, man, that show is really, 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 really funny on a whole nother level of comedy. It's extremely. There's overwhelming amount of stuff that you probably are like, all right, that's enough. But outside of that, the show is
way too much dicks.
Well,
whoa, it does. Not like you watch it.
I mean, I mean, I was trying not to say that, but it is what it is.
I forgot you were there because the cat was in your gorgeous face. My bad, but yes, no, it shows genitalia. You have your daughter watch that show, but it's good. It's good adult comedy. But yes, I've literally been like, bro, can we stop with the constant? Because, I mean, some of them aren't even worth the look, and you get to see them, and it's not okay. So yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a lot. Right. You'll catch what I mean. It's on HBO.
I mean, maybe I won't. We'll see. Well, let me ask you this: you're talking about Righteous Gemstones, but Ty, elaborate on what Jeremy's saying about David. I mean,
it's the exact same thing I said. It's the interesting part about it is rather than go into the heavy-handed religious aspect of it, which don't get me wrong, they touch on it, but it is a driving force of the series, but it's the storytelling for me. It's the detail in which they go into the conflict between the Israelites or the Jews and the Philistines. And then the fact that you not only are talking from the perspective of the Goliath and David conflict, but now you also are including Goliath's two other giant brothers as well, and his mother, and all of the backstory that goes into what they were looked at back then as, and what they were, talked about in the Bible as, and things like that. So for me, the acting is A plus plus. They got nothing but like real shooters on the platform when it comes to that movie. I mean, to that series. And like I wound up watching it, and on the season finale, I was so mad that it was over. And that tells me that this series is a really good series. I'm looking forward to the next season of it. I hope that it's not one of those one-off type deals and they just do one season and then cancel it. Because right now I think it's one of those really a lot of people aren't talking about it. A lot of people didn't get the chance to see it. And I think if they just took the time to actually go check it out, because I think there's a lot of people that as soon as they see something that is like based in religion, then they're like, this is another one of those, like I don't, you know what I mean? I think ever since The Passion of Christ, which was a phenomenal movie, by the way, like anything else, like The Chosen or stuff like series like that, people are like, I don't know about this one, I don't know. And I would tell you, do not feel like that about David and Goliath. It is a really, really, really good series, and I recommend it 100%.
The thing that that Jeremy Earl said to me that resonated with me was, it's not preachy. Right. Is what he said.
It's not. This is not a story in which they're trying to convert you to Christianity. You know what I'm saying? This is a story that's just a good story. And I'm here for that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, right now, biblical tales are on the rise. We just saw the success, if you want to call it that, of Clarence, the Book of Clarence, right? Clarence. And some other projects like this. So I like this. I actually think that there are a lot of really dope tales that the Bible could put in a visionary element that would make it real interesting. Like the story of Sodom and Gomorrah is one that comes to mind, and Lot's wife turning into a pillar of salt just for turning around to see what happened to the city of Gomorrah. I love that story. The story of Samson, Delilah, and getting his hair cut off and then committing suicide, but it's the only version of suicide, I guess, that God likes. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, whatever. The story of Daniel. That's not fair.
I mean, they're portraying this in the Bible like this is how you get down. If you want to represent me, then kill yourself with everybody else. It's like, well, no, that's not cool.
God didn't ask Samson to kill himself. Samson, no, he didn't. Samson said in the end, he was like, "Let me die with the Philistines." He asked God to kill him. He didn't say God didn't say, "Well, if you want to kill them, you got to go with him." You got to understand Samson's plight. Samson had been brokenhearted because he had gotten backstabbed by the love of his life, and he didn't think it could happen to him, and it pulled him away from God, and through the midst he was feeling bad for himself and sorry. He said, despite what the things that my fault, the things that I've done, God, give me one more chance to have that strength, just so I could kill all these people, which is very, very crazy. It worked in itself. Like, help me, give me the power to kill and murder, which is sin in your eyes. But anyway,
I guess you could look at it that.
As long as you're killing the ops, it's all good. It's like,
I mean, this is the guy who killed, I think it was either 300 or 3,000 Philistines with the jawbone, right? All single-handedly. Yes. I mean, that's what the Bible says. So these are interesting tales. I'm intrigued. And with it not being preachy, that makes it even more historical as opposed to of a pressure mindset where it's like, okay, now that we saw this, anybody want to come up to the altar? You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm with that. Yo, pull up. That's what I'm talking about, man. Yeah, man. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, this wasn't planned. This part, having Kung Fu Panda by my side right here, but I love it. All right, she's in on it. All right, so that happens. I'm gonna check out the David thing. I like it. I like the idea.
It's on my watch list. Like after, you know what I'm saying? Like I found it the other day on Amazon. It's on my list. So, and in between Andor, there's not a lot going on. And now that I'm caught up with the Righteous Gemstone, I'm a kind of more pushed towards, you know, I don't have really much choices. I need to watch it kind of thing. So this bad tie, I mean, we can start maybe if Vince joins and we're all, you know, we all keep watching it. We can get, you know, maybe Anthony.
I mean, it's over now, right?
It is. The season 1 is over. Season 1 is over. But we do still have a lot going on though. We still got The Last of Us. We still got Andor.
The Last of Us.
And by the way, and this is another one. Here's another gem I'm about to give you guys. And if you don't go jump on it, I don't know what to do. But last night I saw a movie called Freaky Tales. This movie just dropped. It is a 2 short film. And yes, I said 2 short. You know, 2 short. We can't get into it. It's too much. But yes, that 2 short. And this movie stars Pedro Pascal, Tom Hanks, Marshawn Lynch.
I know the movie you're talking about. Okay.
Real Simba, the real Simba, who was a rapper. You know, it also stars what's her name? Dominique Thorne, who is Ironheart, Riri Williams. It also stars oh man, it was so many actors in there that like you just see that just come and you're like,
what's it called again?
It's called Freaky Days.
Where are we gonna find it?
I don't know, because you know where I find my stuff. I found Fire Stick Worthy, but it just dropped. It's called Freaky Days. I don't know what what platform you can find it on other than Fire Stick Days.
Are you sure that's what it's called? All right, okay, all right.
It's called Freaky Days. It's called.
Let me just warn everybody.
Not Freaky Days. My bad. Freaky Tales. Freaky Tales.
I want to say, let me warn anybody in the chat. If you Google
not Freaky Days. Not Freaky Days. Not Freaky Days. My bad. Freaky Tales. Don't Google Freaky Days. Do not go Google Freaky Days.
Cover her eyes. Cover her eyes and put me on the green screen.
Do not Google Freaky Days. No, yes, no. Stop.
No. I Googled Tales. Hold on, Kiki, cover your eyes. Kiki, cover your eyes.
Man, what are we doing, man?
I Googled Freaky Tales.
Don't look.
I Googled Freaky Tales, just like you said. I took out the days. I put Freaky Tales. Look what popped up. Let me put me on big screen real quick so you can see what the hell I'm looking at.
No, it is called Freaky Tales.
Wow, yeah.
But
man.
Did you?
Yeah, we.
Oh wow, that's not it. That's not it. That is not it. That is not it.
Y'all see that?
That is not it. This one stars Pedro Pascal, and all of the people that I was talking about.
Wikipedia took it. They didn't like Google didn't even go to like the pages. It just took it. It was like, oh, this is what you're looking for. No, bitch.
Yo, I watched. That's it. I watched this last night. It was absolutely hilarious, and also it was really good. Like it's like he breaks it down into a 4-chapter movie. So each chapter has like a story base, but they're all connected. And so like I got to the fourth chapter and I was like, yo, this is crazy, because the dude in the front is supposed to be Sleepy Floyd, Eric Sleepy Floyd. Now Sleepy Floyd is a real individual, a real person that played for the Golden State. Well, I don't know if it was the Golden State. I think they were the Oakland Warriors back then, when they played the Lakers in the playoffs, I believe. I don't think it was the championship. I think it was just the playoffs. But the story is based in the 80s, and it's just bro, like this movie, I was not ready. I just put it on to go to sleep, and I wound up watching the whole movie, and I was like, yo, Pedro Pascal is in this? Tom Hanks? Like, yo, and Too Short is narrating, and like and even does a cameo in the film, and I'm like, yo, Too Short.
Yo,
you know
he's narrating Too Short. So let me narrate. It starts off, it's like the very first scene is like, biatch.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I googled where we could find it, and it says Amazon Prime and Apple TV. You should be able to find it. It's a 2024 movie, so we should be able to find it there, or obviously Fandango, you'll be able to find it on there as well. But yeah, we're gonna have to check this one out because
Yeah. It was not what I expected. What I really expected was something to put me to sleep, and I was pleasantly surprised by this movie. I was like, all right, listen, all I'm gonna say is chapter 4 is crazy.
Okay.
It is when you get to chapter 4, like this has a little bit of what was the Eminem movie that he had
8 Mile.
8 Mile. You get a little bit of 8 Mile. You get a little bit of like the old school Batman series where they would hit each other and be like crack. You get moments where you get like the pencil animations, you know what I'm saying, like come up on the screen. It was so much stuff going on. Like there's in the first chapter, they're battling Nazis. Like it's like in the inner city. Like and it make it make sense. Like it's I was like, huh?
Hey, Kiki had a question for you. Kiki had a question.
What year is this placed in?
The 80s, like 87 or something like that.
Yeah,
it's like
says
it's like in the
1987.
Yeah, in 87. So
in Oakland, so California.
In Oakland, California, all this goes down during like the playoffs between the Warriors and the Lakers, and they're talking about that like since this is Oakland, you know what I mean? Like they're talking about the team and like they don't have a chance and da da da, and they like that's all in the background. That's not like the main shit. It's just that they're letting you know like this is how you kind of associate the timeline. Like this is what's going on in 87. This is what's happening, and it's all being narrated by Too Short. But the stuff looked, I was like, wow. Dominique Thorne, I hope that's what her first name is. I think it's Dominique. Which again is Riri Williams. She's part of like a rap duo group that has to battle Too Short, and that shit becomes epic because the reason that this became relevant in the first place is because the part that I'm not telling you about is that this is a power-based film.
Yeah.
So like these people are like at moments tap into certain powers, and then it shows on the screen. So without me like literally like just telling you word for word what the movie is about, this is definitely an interesting watch. I'll tell you that much. You'll watch it and be like, yo, it's pretty good. Yeah, what's up?
So you said they have like powers every now and then. So is it kind of like Power Rangers where they like,
no,
let's morphin time, and then they have fucking powers, or like like an amulet or something, and that like gives them, you know what I'm saying, like a certain time. I had questions.
So they basically say that like there's everybody has a hidden power or potential to use a power, but you have to be able to tap into it.
Okay.
And so like there's moments within these storylines where they're feeling something, they don't know what it is, and then when their power needs to come, it comes, and it may come in the form of an item that you may be using. It may come in the form of you just having certain abilities and being able to do certain things. And that's why I said watch each chapter, because each person kind of breaks down it breaks down what their power is and how it becomes useful in the time of need. And yeah, it was it. Yeah. Yo. And they was heavily tapping into the 80s in this with their jumpsuits on, the windbreaker suit. They look like the fanny packs, right? Like everything.
The Adidas jumpsuits.
Yes. Yeah, man. This was a dope film, man.
So is it like tapping into their powers kind of thing? Like, remember Supercell from Netflix? Remember how they like they didn't know they had powers, and then all of a sudden they something happened that made them tap into it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That like caused their powers to come out, and then now they're like, oh shit, now I have powers. Like what, you know, what do I do?
Well, with Supercell, they gave a reason. They said if you had sickle cell, if one of your parents had sickle cell, or you had sickle cell, then you could potentially have powers. This one, nah, it's not. It's more like everybody has the ability. It's just that, you know, only certain people tap into it, and like, without me going any deeper, because I really want people to actually watch it. It's just an interesting concept, and the fact that all of the things that I just kind of talked about, which is you get the pencil animations, you know, you get the sound spoofs and all of that kind of stuff. And it's just one of those feel good spot joints. Like when I saw Marshawn Lynch, I was like, oh, they giving everybody an opportunity. I was, because I'm telling you, you're gonna watch this movie and be like, yo, that's such and such, and yo, that's such and such. When Tom Hanks came on the screen, I was like, Tom Hanks, y'all got Tom Hanks money? Like, yo, why I haven't heard of this? A 2 short film? So yeah, man, yeah, it's dope. It's really dope. I watched that last night.
Man. That's actually I might check it out today. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this looks like a lot of fun.
You're gonna like it.
Advertisements on it, but it's so obscure. I was like, all right, I'll wait for somebody to tell me about it. So, yo, I trust your judgment. I'm gonna check it out, and I'll report back at Base 0800 next week. Me and you, Yas, maybe we can give a little review of it.
Definitely. It looks cool.
Absolutely. Okay, so listen, a few more things on the docket, then we'll go ahead and get on up out of here. Okay. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Did you want to ask any questions? Did you? What are you into right now? What's going on with you? What are you watching right now?
Yeah, Kiki.
What's the hot anime right now?
Yeah.
Hot anime. Honestly, I don't know.
All right. Solo leveling. Solo leveling. Have you seen Solo Leveling?
No.
Another one that I promise you should have on your watch list if you have not watched it. Solo Leveling is one of the best animes I have seen in a very, very long time. It follows a young man who on Crunchyroll. Hold on,
man. Hold on, man.
Isn't that like a prescription thing?
You got Crunchyroll, bro?
Prescription.
I do have Crunchyroll. Wow.
Like, legitimately? Crunchyroll?
Yeah, legitimately.
You subscribe to Crunchyroll, Mr. Firestick?
Well,
you have a subscription to a service?
Well, hold on a second. Like I have specifically the Crunchyroll because Crunchyroll gives you the dub and the sub version. So when I watch on the Fire Stick, I usually only get one, which is usually sub. So I would prefer to watch it in dub, where I don't have to read the whole time I'm watching, so I can enjoy the anime. Yeah. But Solo Leveling is hands down one of the top animes of the year. It is in its second season. Like, you're talking about some of the best fight scenes, some of the best fight choreography, a good storyline. It follows a character, and I can't think of his name right now, but basically his whole thing in the whole series is he's trying to find a way to save his dying mother. His mother is dying of an illness, and doctors can't do anything for it. So they go into these dungeons, they fight creatures, and within the dungeons, there's like items that they can win and things that they can get out of the dungeons that potentially could save his mom. But the problem is he's so weak that going into the dungeon is almost instant death for someone like him. So what happens is he goes into a dungeon and damn near dies. Like, the dude loses body parts and everything like that. But something within the dungeon decides to keep him alive. And once he comes out of the dungeon, he finds that when he walks around, this screen pops up, and it's almost like he's in a game at that point. The screen tells him, do you want to level up? These are the things that you have to do these are the quests that you can do. And so he winds up doing those things in the dungeons. And as he does that, he levels up himself. So he goes from being the weakest dude the weakest dude in all of the world to being the strongest dude in the entire world. And so that's like that story, just watching his character arc build from this weakling guy that everybody just assumes is going to die and takes in to be the pawns that die, immediately for the stronger people to be able to conquer the stuff. Turns out totally different. He winds up saving the day more than not. So yeah, it's really dope. It's really dope.
It sounds like a combination of like Ready Player One and Gamer. You see that movie Gamer with
Ryan Reynolds?
No. That was good too. You're talking about Free Guy. But I'm talking about Gamer where old boy from Gladiator, he had to play this game. He was inside of a game and had to like win it to get out of it. All right. Whatever. But it's
Gerard Butler?
It is though. It is.
Okay. Would you say yes?
I can guarantee. Oh, good.
I was saying you're talking about Gerard Butler in Gamer.
Gerard Butler. Yeah. Gamer. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay. Yeah. I could guarantee you this, Vince. If you watched the first two to three episodes, you'll be hooked. I can guarantee it. That like you watch just the first 2-3 episodes, and if you don't have Crunchyroll, you can get the first 7 days for free, and cancel after you watch the series if you want. But that is a thing that people do.
I would check Hulu first. Hulu has a lot of anime.
Yeah, it does have a lot.
They don't have solo leveling. So,
okay,
nah.
Well, then I'll have to.
It's only on Crunchyroll.
Yeah, you didn't say what you was watching though. What? I saw you watching that SZA movie. Did you watch the SZA movie?
I fell asleep to it actually. That's what
wasn't good then.
I don't know if it's supposed to be watching it, but it is what it is. All right, well, listen, let's go ahead and move forward. We got about 20-30 minutes left, and we got to talk about this week on Last of Us because it happened. All right, we've been talking about it. We've been alluding to it. Those of us that have played the game, if you haven't been watching Last of Us, then pull up if you don't want it to be spoiled because we're going to go ahead and go there. I'm assuming we're all caught up. I didn't get a chance to ask y'all about watching Last of Us. You tie?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're caught up. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay.
So if you caught up, then you're aware. Then you now know. Because I don't know if y'all remember or not, but there was a period in which we was trying to be real kid gloves with it, you know what I'm saying? And we didn't want to spoil it for nobody. So we didn't tell nobody like, yo, you need to, here's what's going to happen. As a matter of fact, let me refresh you guys' memory. For those who don't follow us on the Instagrams, why aren't you, by the way, unless you don't have Instagram? That's the only reason I would forgive you. But if you are following us on Instagram, then you probably already saw this very reel, which alludes somewhat to what it is that we experienced this week on Last of Us. Play the game, but I'm not going to play the game where I tell you you got to play the game in order to be in on this show. I'm not a gatekeeper. However, for those who play the game, you know. I know Nolly and I both played it. I know Yaz is an anti-zombieist. Is that like it's like racism against zombies?
If zombies have no haters, then Yaz is dead.
I'm hyped for The Last of Us. I started playing the game at the beginning of this year, and I started to do it to catch up and prepare myself for the show. I ain't finished the game, but I know.
You know. Okay, you know. Oh, so we know.
That's a stressful game.
Hey, if you in the comments and you know, don't say nothing. But you know. So I think we all now know. I think it's safe to say we know now. And the question is, how do we feel? I saw a lot of folks in their feelings this week about what transpired. So let's go ahead and get right on up into it. So the fact of the matter is, what is it that we knew? We knew that our buddy Joel, is it safe to say it now? Is it safe to say?
It's safe to say it. It's safe to say it.
Can we say it now? Can we do it?
Say it.
All right. All right. So the unfortunate news is that our buddy Joel didn't make it out of episode 2. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Are you watching?
Well, you know now. You know?
Are you watching it? You plan on watching it?
Oh no.
Oh, well, that was. Yeah, man. So yeah, sadness. Oh, that's Robbie. Where's the sad beat? Oh man, what happened to my sad beat? Somebody took my sad beat out of here, man. You got it? Okay. All right, yeah. That ain't it either, man. Yeah, give me the sad beat, man. Give me the sad. Yeah, man. So you know, it's just Joe, man. Joe! Why, bro? Why, bro? Are you not saying you just trying to make things right with Ellie? You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying? You know what? All you have to do is just make things right. You know, nobody cares. And then you was like, oh, well, you know, stay away. They're not thanks and all. It was like, oh, I just don't understand. Like, why? Why, Joe? Like, that's so much to accomplish. Like, you still have all like the silent and the creepy ones, and then there was like the I don't remember all the names of all the zombies. But yeah, man, I don't get it. All right, this has gotten kind of.
We can honestly tell whose genes are very dominant in Kiki right now.
Oh my god.
What are you saying?
That was on point. That was on point.
That
was on point.
She is your mini me, Vince. That was Kiki. That was beautiful. That was, oh my gosh. That, Bad Ty and I were cracking up. That was great.
Sometimes I feel bad that I made her like this.
Why? She's awesome.
Sometimes I'm like, man, I'm so sorry. Now you have a life of oddballness to have to like be, and you have to be the weird one who closets yourself from some people. But there'll be a group that will hopefully accept you like Ty and Yaz have with me. And no matter how dumb some of the stuff I may do inadvertently and how stupid some of the stuff I may like, have accepted me for all of my flaws. So hopefully you can find some cool folks like this. But yeah, man, what are you saying? Who is Harmony? Like, who is this?
What is this supposed to be?
who is this young lady? Like, she is going in today. Like, who are you? All right. Is she a transplant from TMB? I think she's a TMB transplant, yo. Shout out to you, man. If you came over from the movie blog, yo, thank you for pulling up, man. We fuck with we mess with everybody. Man, Kiki grown, man. She trying to act like we
apple juice, real apple juice though, not that nonsense. You got to get the real apple juice, the 100% straight from apples, no extra additives. And just give me that. That's why it's that color. That's what real apple juice looks like.
Yo, well, basically the way that Max has put it is that Joel has now joined the long list of beloved characters that did not make it through a season. He joins the list. I didn't watch White Lotus, so I couldn't tell you about that, but I definitely know about Ned. And that kicked off the show's success. All right, because you didn't see it coming. I don't know this one. Does anybody know this one? I don't know this one. I don't even know. Oh man,
The Wire.
Oh no! Oh man, he made him piss himself in front of his kid, in front of his brother and sister. Come on, man. Hey, man, look at you, man. You won't even die like a man. It's like, yo, man, he's a 14-year-old kid who's taking care of all of his little brothers and sisters with no pops, no mom, no income. And y'all, I mean, I guess he might have snitched a little bit, but still. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's still a young buck. You know what I mean? Anyway, yeah, that one hurt. I didn't watch the session, but you just spoiled it for me. Damn. All right. Well, House of Dragon.
That sounds good.
House of Dragon, yo. She went out like a
That one still felt unnecessary to me. That one still felt like she didn't have to do that. But
how is she not gonna die? Her dragon was like the
because she didn't have to do all that. Like, they were winning the battle and she went back out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, why she went back out there? You know, like, what was the point?
She knew that was her last hurrah. Bitch,
she made it her last hurrah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, she didn't have to do it. She didn't have to. She wanted to go. She was tired, and I guess she was tired of being tired. She was sick and tired of being tired.
I'm sitting in the damn castle.
It feels like cast reduction, like you know, we got to get the budget in order. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody got to die. If I go, you got to go type thing. But yeah, let's go ahead and go back into what it is that we witnessed this week on Last of Us. So Last of Us did give us the fleshed out version of the scene from the game. And let's kind of do a real quick comparison for those in the chat that did play the game. we are, correct me if I'm wrong, my gamers, we're loving the way that they're depicting this because it's almost exactly the way that they did it in the game. It's like literally almost frame by frame in some of these instances. Now, yeah, they have some additional dialogue, of course, because it is a game versus a video. I mean, versus an on-screen production. But I mean, for the most part, the dance, the way that old girl was drunk, the way that she kissed Ellie, the way that Ellie got approached by the old bigot, the way that Joel reacted to the bigot, all of that happened in the game. It literally happened in the game. The only difference is it was literally the very first scene in the game. Like there was none of that other build up where Ellie's out there and she's, doing all this stuff. The very first thing for Last of Us Season 2, they start off with the party and the whole, them, blah, blah, blah. But man, the cast is on point. I hate calling him the Asian dude, but the guy who plays Ellie's girl, the girl she likes, his ex-boyfriend, looks is he the guy from the video game? Because he looks identical to the guy from the video game. But yeah, I like this. Oh wow, Harmony. Who is Harmony? Because she is saying everything. We got to give you a gift or something today, because like you literally like have lit up the chat. But you're exactly right. It's further proof that the original text makes it like, why do we always have to tamper with things? Now I get why you have to make a theatrical production version of it, but it's when they start changing the characters of this and that, and they start trying to make this season should be about Ellie versus old girl for killing Joel, but we'll learn how it doesn't necessarily make the girl the villain. You know what I'm saying? This is what they're about to do right now. They're about to feed you the narrative that what's going on with old girl because of what happened with the Fireflies is in actuality what led her to do what she did with Joel. It wasn't her just vindictive, I just am out to kill. Nah, she literally was hurt that her dad was shot in the face without even getting an opportunity to defend himself. Now, mind you, yes, he was going to kill Ellie if he wasn't, but the fact of the matter is this show fleshes out the emotions that go along with these actions. It's not always like in the video game, it's like, yeah, pop, 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 okay, next. They're like, nah, pop, pop, you just killed this girl's whole life, They said, don't go in there. His brains are on the floor. Holy shit, your dad's brains? That's not going to mess with you? That's not going to make you want to shoot and kill everybody? Like everybody else in the clique is like, all right, if we got to do it, I mean, it is what it is. But she's like, no, we set this straight. You got to keep in mind, they're living in a land where it ain't no police for them to call. They ain't going to report this to the FBI. Oh, no, bitch. No, you die, you die. And if we coming for you, we coming for you. And to their credit, man, they held that scene all the way exactly almost the way that they had it in the game, which made it even more touching. I will say a small part of me did wish that Ellie had done a little more than just lay on top of Joel, but I think that's what happened in the game. But ultimately, this is where we are. And this sparks the fire that turns Ellie into the ultimate zombie apocalyptic badass that we're about to witness for the next 6-7 episodes. So I hope y'all ready to buckle up for this ride, because it's about to get crazy.
I got a question to the panel, because this is where I'm wondering if Last of Us becomes better or kind of dips. Pedro Pascal was the star of this show. Now you're leaning to Ellie to be the star of this show. Yeah. And I wonder, is Ellie enough to carry this franchise onward now that there is no Pedro Pascal? Okay. So that's my question to y'all, and also to the chat. Does everybody think that the show will sacrifice a lot of its content with the death of Joel?
All right, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to include a tiny spoiler. Mm-hmm. All right, so let me just go ahead and I don't think that this is a detrimental spoiler that's going to fuck up the show for you, but it is going to at least clue you in on some stuff that you wouldn't know if I didn't tell you. So, yes, Joel is dead, but you will see him again. You just put it like that. because he is highly used in flashbacks and highly used in other things like that. And it's even one of those things where in the game, if they do it true to the game, like there's instances kind of like where Luke is talking to Obi-Wan, you know, like there's instances where Ellie comes across Joel and you know what I'm saying? Like so Pedro Pascal will still be in this script, even postpartum, posthumously. sorry, I don't know where the partnership came from, but so the notion of Ellie having to carry the whole entire script is a fair one. I mean, the question of it, but just to kind of clue you in, more than likely we won't have to depend solely on Ellie's on-screen performance. But I also will say this: where we lost an Ellie, we also gained a new character and a few new characters. Excuse me, not lost Ellie, but where we lost Joel, we also gained new characters. And what we're about to do is we're about to really delve into the life and the trials of this young lady right here, who will be the star of,
which is Amy. That's Amy, right?
Amy or Abby?
I thought it was Amy.
Amy, Abby.
Am I wrong? Let chat. Let me know. Is it Amy or Abby? I thought it was Amy.
I thought it was Abby.
I think it's Abby.
Yeah.
But let me know. Hey, somebody hook us up, man. What is it, Amy or Abby? Uh-oh. Is Abby? Yaz is muted for some reason.
It's Abby. It's Abby.
It is Abby.
Oh,
okay.
Abby.
Okay.
Hey,
all right, cool.
What you doing? It's not a but yeah, we're about to learn about and here's what. All right. What I think it's fair. I don't think this is a spoiler, but I think I can clue you all in. What the fuck? No, I didn't mean postpartum, man. All right, look, I make mistakes, guys. I'm a human as hell. All right, I make a lot of mistakes. All right, I don't mean to hurt anybody in the process, but I do make mistakes. Right? So my apologies.
Pregnant.
Yeah, pregnant Pedro Pascal. P3, baby. Oh, yeah. It's pregnant Pascal with postpartum and all right, stop. Peter Parker, Pedro Pascal had postpartum. All right, after this scene. Shut up!
He's lactating.
Shut up, Harmony. Shut up. I'm blocking Harmony. Yeah.
It's like Annie with the baby. You know what I'm saying? With the boob.
Joe,
he didn't need all that milk.
Let go, Ellie. Put that cigarette out, Ellie. Nah, yo. So I don't know. This is on the mind of Harmony Rocourt. Like we have to do a whole segment on her one day. Like you was on fuego. So, in the next scene in the game, after this takes place, the very next scene follows Abby to where she ends up. And the next scene, Abby shows up looking like Gina Carano from remember her from The Mandalorian, like looking like
yeah.
It like she's skinny like this in the first scenes of the game, but then when they circle back after the time jump, man, she you know, and because they know, like if you watch the show, you realize that they didn't accidentally let Ellie live. They didn't accidentally put old girl to sleep. They didn't accidentally leave them alive. They did that out of morality, right? And they're gonna learn ain't no morals in this apocalypse, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like if you better Al Capone that shit. Oh, they might snitch. They had her on the ground, helpless, defenseless, and they let her go, and that may just end up being a mistake.
Yo, Vince, can we talk about how powerful that scene was, though? Like, of Joel laying on the floor and Ellie coming in and yelling, "Get up, Joel! Get up! Get up!" get up, and then you pan the camera back over to Joel, and he's literally trying to get up. And that, like, you realize that this man just went through torture at the hands of Abby. She literally took and blew his kneecap off, and then took a golf club and beat the wound that she just blew off, which I couldn't even imagine the type of pain one is going through in that situation. Then commences to punch him till her hands are raw. His face is lumped up beyond recognition, and then beats him some more with the golf club, and then in comes Ellie, who gets pinned down and is screaming, "Get up, Joel! Get up, Joel! Get up, Joel! Get up! Get up!" And to see him inching his way off of the floor, despite all of that, only to be met with the stab in the back of the neck. You know what I mean? From the golf, that scene was so powerful. And if there's ever a way to go out on screen, there's two of the. We can talk about the two most epic ways to go out on the screen I've ever seen. One is held by one Mr. Glenn in Walking Dead, and here we are with number two with Mr. Pedro Pascal going out like that, bro. Like that was like, you know, I mean, I don't know about you, but as a person who watched Walking Dead, that was one of the most iconic moments on screen, was when Glenn got beat to a pulp, and you know, to pieces, basically. You know, and we all had to watch that and still go to work the next day. Like, you know what I mean? And this kind of felt like that. This kind of felt like that level of emotion. Like, it's like, yo, is he gonna get up? Yo, he's getting up. Only to watch her, you know, like, end him. Like, and it was like, oh, dang. Yeah, dang.
Yeah, you know what? The only other death that I think, and we didn't get into this, and yes, I'm still a little angry at you about this, but I might be spoiling this for you, actually. But you know what? Fuck it, if I do, it's no fault. But Tech, do you remember when we lost Tech?
Tech.
In Bad Batch?
Oh, that was huge.
Woo, Omega was.
That was huge.
That was a tough for an animated series.
I did get to that part.
That hurt. Yo, the way we lost Tech.
Yeah.
And like, it was the self-sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that was chef's kiss. You gotta give this Bad Batch, man. I still
feel like Tech could be alive somehow. Tech we never found Tech's body. Tech just fell. We never found his body. Like, we don't know if Tech is.
He fell from the clouds. It was the clouds.
Hey man, I've seen it
there
before.
Could have been an ad that caught his fall, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know, bro.
I just watched the new Minecraft movie. And you know, spoiler alert. Jason Momoa also falls to what looks like his death, only to resurface at some point else in the movie. So I've seen that before. But one more thing about Pedro. Now that I think about it, this is the second time Pedro's died horribly on screen. He died very horribly in Game of Thrones when the mountain just crushed his head.
Oh my God.
Like, I remember. I'm like, damn, Pedro.
And he did all that cool ass shit. He did all that cool shit with the
he was slicing his legs and shit, and like, he was kicking his ass, talking all that bullshit, flipping around, looking all like Rico Suave, and then all the dude did was trip him and fucking crush his skull with his eyeballs, and
Pedro. So wow, Pedro. Pedro's been going out lately.
Yeah, Pedro. But I mean, not to fear, because Pedro, we know, will be back as Mr. Fantastic. So it's not like he's short of any role. So let's keep it real. Like, he's gonna be just fine, and we'll see him this July.
Yeah,
Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah,
was
Pedro Pascal is
fantastic.
playing.
He's Reed Richards. Reed Richards. Reed Richards.
Fantastic Four.
But oh wait, no, that was just the what you call it, Doctor Strange movie. I thought it was gonna be that one guy from The Office.
No. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about Mr. Fantastic, who was actually Reed Richards, who at one point was heralded as the smartest human being on earth, next to Bruce Banner, who was usurped by one Lunetta Lafayette, who we know as
Moon Girl.
Hallelujah. And so he's going to be playing that role. I'm still, you know what I'm saying, waiting to see how that turns out, but that is on the docket. So yeah, man. Oh shoot, that's right. Yo, that's right. Yo, Gladiator 2.
Yeah.
Yo, okay, Fernando. Yeah, it was. I mean, it wasn't as bad as the other one.
No. They have him in the water with the alligators eating all the fucking rich people. Was that right?
Nah. He had to be killed. I think they shot him with arrows or something like that. Because dude wouldn't kill him. Because he wouldn't kill him. So
okay. Because that shit was nuts too. I'm just saying the alligators fucking attacking the people, like the chairman and the Romans. That shit was nuts.
They got creative.
Bruh, what's wrong with this girl, man?
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah. No need.
What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Harmony, what did you want this morning? What you said before?
You said something about
What you said?
that one.
Not mad if I'm blowing out his kneecaps. No twerking for you, sir.
Who is this?
That's how you take out your energy.
Instagram. Yo, who is this? Who is this lady, yo? I call that the Winter Soldier death. Who is this woman? Yo, I am thoroughly entertained by this young lady. Yo, we need to send her a shirt.
I think I'm gonna use that. Yeah, we gotta do something for sure.
I think we gotta send you a shirt. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and declare this today. Harmony, you are the commenter of the day. You destroyed it today. This has been you've been like a fourth cast member for us this morning, on point with everything. Doesn't mean everybody else ain't been doing their thing, but my God, man, and I need to laugh right now. I'm just gonna keep it 100. So you definitely have brought me into a better mood than I came in with. So thank you for that. Yo, we gotta holler at Harmony. Yo, she's hilarious. Yo, that is something that I like to do. Just smile. You know what I'm saying? Pedro say he loved to choose characters who
didn't die in though. Makes sense, you know.
Yo, it's true.
My God.
Yo, that's a good point though. I mean, characters. Yo, I'm ending this chat, yo. I gotta end the chat, man, because she just basically killed it, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little upset because I did want to show y'all a preview before we left today, and I think I may have run out of time. We only got, I think, like 2 minutes left before we got to end it, so I can still have. But I did see this, and I thought it was interesting. There is another Predator that is in the midst. It looks like it may be in the same spirit of Prey. All right, and I'm hoping that we can talk about this maybe next week. But I love the world building that's going on with not only Predator, but also with Godzilla. There's a Godzilla -2 or something like that, coming out. And it can only be better than -1, because I thought -1 was all right. I thought it was good, but I thought some of the graphics were intentionally archaic and a little primitive, but overwhelmingly it was good. And I think that these Predator tales, definitely doing a better job. If we're comparing the Alien franchise with the Predator franchise, Predator's winning right now. Predator's winning 100%. So yeah, man, I think we'll go ahead and start wrapping on up. Be on the lookout, guys, because we will be, as I said. Yes, I'm married. Instagram.
We are gonna watch Thunderbolts, and we will have a review. We will be talking about Thunderbolts. I did hear out the gate though that there are good reviews about Thunderbolts. People are saying it's a really good movie, so we'll see.
Sebastian Stan. It's gonna be good. It's got Sebastian
stand on me.
Hopper, Elena, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the cast star, like the main star stuff. I mean, like, you know, I know there's no melanin in it, but I mean, like, you know, that
I mean the Taskmaster, excuse me, not Taskmaster, Ghost is in it from Ant-Man.
Okay, well then there we go. It's good. Yeah, this should be an interesting movie. I'm excited to check it out.
I am still curious why we haven't seen a lot of Baron Zemo, because Baron Zemo is extremely integral in the Thunderbolt comics, but we'll talk about that later. But
who's to say we won't see him? Yeah.
Who's to say?
All right, well, we'll check it out. But for right now, on behalf of my homeboy Bad Ty and the homie Yaz and myself, my wife, and my child who's been here on my side, be off to the self-giving me yourself being fake, and everything you is, go ahead and be a geek, let a geek like bye.